to tell you today. Where do we begin from? Gopal ji, केम छो तमे? Busy रहते हो? I have a simple request. It's very difficult to talk about, sometimes talk about these things. But if you come from whatever you have, understanding, memory, knowledge, just put it and keep it aside. It's not going to help. Make sense? It will not make sense. That which does not make sense, that is it. That which makes sense is actually nonsense. I want to request you today to just keep all the knowledge, books, things that you have ever learned, read, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and keep them aside. Because even I don't know what we are going to do. You can't talk about what to talk about creation, what to talk about Brahman. The little mosquito cannot understand the infinity. The little mind cannot understand the infinite, cannot fathom it. So to the faculty that we have, all the faculties that we have of intellect and memories and all these, it's not, we cannot understand this. Cannot. So today I request you to just keep it aside. Yeah? And watch your questions. Watch what happens in you. Watch your questions. Today's, I think, session I will mostly do through interaction rather than just reading and getting through this. Yeah? We'll see. Okay. But before I start, what did we do for 2 days? It has to be a journey somewhere we have reached since last 2 days. Do we remember? No?
Yes.
What was the first day about? Nanji? Purusharth. The first day was about Purusharth. We don't know how and when and what, but we came into being. Now that we are into being, we realize, oh, okay, we have body, everything, mind, we see things around. We have no choice but to take action. Do we have a choice? No choice but to take action. And the sum total of all action through our will is Purusharth. Towards the direction is towards the nature, cosmic consciousness, or towards the dharma, the cosmic laws. So, what else was there? That's it? Huh? Contentment was yesterday. Before contentment again, before the 4 doors, Devata. It's very important, divinity and angels. When we are happy and joyful, who cares about divinity and angels? When we think everything is going okay for us, right for us, who cares about it? It's only when things seemingly are not in the right path or direction, or seem too big for us, that we seek outer interventions, outer help, outside of us. You think, I can't do this, this is too big for me. Oh, I want to do this, I don't know what will be the result. Let me go pray. Let me take help from somebody else outside. Isn't it? Yes? You need not agree, but it's a conversation, yeah? So, the Devata, the idea is to go and pray to somebody, to go and ask somebody who can help me. We forget that the one, that aspect which is giving, that aspect of giving, Devata, Dena, Diya, to give, is called Devata. That which gives, that which offers. And the Devata is also the fruit of our actions only. No outside being is giving us. This is such a beautiful knowledge actually. It goes beyond the idea of karma kanda. It goes beyond the idea of, what do you call karma kanda in English? Rituals. So one thing that we have to, I'm sad, I'm happy, somebody died, somebody got birth, I take a candle and put it there at my altar and show my thing to God, Lord, whatever. Your candle in some room, Lord God Almighty will see it. Okay. If you think that is how it is, good for you. I mean, I'm not belittling, I'm just saying. We cannot even imagine the immensity of that infinity. It's an idea we give ourselves that I make something out of a wax and I put some fire to it, and God might need it. God might feel good about it that I'm doing this. Our doing something or our doing nothing does not affect the infinity, does it? The infinite is. Whether we do something in our life or don't do, this is where I want you to leave your mind, understanding inside. Whether we do something in our life or don't do something in our life, is the infinite affected by it? Not at all. It continues to be. With or without us, it gave us, it brought us. We didn't do anything to it. Isn't it? What is our relationship to infinity? Of receiving, of existence. Yeah. We are the receiver. It is not the receiver. Make sense? So this notion, take it out. I do good. You do good? What is good? No. The actions you are taking and it seemingly seems good, which is we call as service or seva, it is only going to bring you something to you, not to anybody else. Isn't it? That action of yours or in the past bears a certain fruit now. That is called Devata. That is called angel. Because when you receive it, you feel good. Isn't it? You receive it, things are going my way. I must have done something good. Don't we say that? So Devata is my past action, reaping the benefit now. Something goes wrong, I don't know, I'm not ill-fated. I don't have good luck. We have these notions. So some action happened and it is not happening now. So just know, you create your own devil and your own angel. There's nobody else out there creating it for you. We create it. That's the idea. And then to become aware on the path of wisdom, knowledge, whatever, the 4 gatekeepers. We discussed that yesterday. What are the?
Self-effort.
Self-effort. Very important. You can gain nothing without self-effort. It is effort from the self and only effort towards the self. It is very funny. People say self-effort, I have to take some. Yeah, but all action is anyway towards it also. To feel, to experience, to blossom in that also. Second?
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline. Yeah. So shamaha and then vicharaha. Yeah. The spirit of inquiry. And then third? Contentment. Very important. Peace, contentment, love, joy is not in the future. It is all about now. You begin from peace, you begin from joy, you begin from everything. What are the distortions of it? My discomfort in my mind, isn't it? My discomfort in my body, my discomfort in my everyday, day-to-day reality, day-to-day being becomes my distortions, my barrier to experience that joy or express that joy, isn't it? Isn't it? There is no mind stuff I'm telling you. I'm not telling you any psychological thing or it is very simple. Life existence is very simple. It's the ego in us which wants to understand something complicated. If I were to give you simple things and you would, I could do this, no big deal. If you were to get something very complicated, you would achieve it, you will feel very elated. So that which gets elated in you when you achieve something. What is the idea of achievement? It's difficult to do. I don't think so I can do it, but with effort I can. By understanding I can. That is nothing but ego. Are you getting me? I hope. I hope I'm pressing some button somewhere. Nothing but ego. What can we achieve in this world? What is there to achieve on this planet? Is there something actually achieving on this planet? अपने आप को तो जानते नहीं दुनिया को जीतने चले. We don't even know your own self. We have not realized our own self. We want to know the whole world, the whole universe. Oh, best of luck. Nothing to achieve. Actually nothing to achieve. Really. Again, take it out and put it aside. Yeah? All engineering marvels, all doctors, surgery, psychology, shipbuilding, rocket science, all these things. Actually nothing, these things, regarding this, there's actually nothing to achieve in this plane. People who are blissed up and happy, they don't need these things. I don't need to go to Mars and see what's there in the Mars. It's there. I'm blissful, I'm happy. And actually there are different ways of doing that. In the subtle, when we talk about astrology, just give you a hint of the subtle plane you can achieve much more than the physical plane. Make sense?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
What you can do in the subtle plane is much more than what you can do in the physical plane. Does it make sense?
Yes.
How many people it makes sense? This whole being, this whole seemingly real world came out of subtle. Nothingness. Yeah? If you focus on that source, you can achieve, you can do much more than what you can do with this material world. You know what is the existence of matter? It's a scientific fact. The sum total of all matter in this universe. You know what is the unit of that? The measuring unit? It is 0.0000000000001 somewhere. All of us, planets, stars, galaxies, all of us put together. How much is that of infinity? 0.0000000. Find out where you are in the one. You can't fathom. You just can't fathom. That's why I say there's a different purpose to knowledge. There's a different purpose to collecting together and discussing things. So for that you need to take this mind and keep it aside. Very important. We'll see what we can do. And I want to do it more as a conversation rather than reading from here. It's quite interesting. Any question already coming up? Yes.
If there is nothing and there is infinity, it's all subtle, and it really doesn't matter, there's nothing to achieve, then why do we even need to fathom that?
You don't. If this idea has arisen in you that I don't need to fathom it, don't. Absolutely. Do you need to go and ski from Mount Everest? You want to go to Mount Everest? Anybody having an idea? Anybody who has that idea, they will do it, isn't it? Anybody wanting to go do skydiving tomorrow morning? No idea is coming. No. So the one who does not feel it, there's no thought, no occurrence, no vibration. You don't have to do. There's nothing you have to do. Because you are doing something or not doing something does not make you closer to divinity, existence, infinity, God. You cannot do anything for love. No actions you take can bring you love. Absolute none. And no action that you can do can take you away from love or God. There is no karma. In this realm, no karma, no action can bring you love. It's all false notion. Oh, I give you a flower. I'm feeling bad. I love you. Shut up. That is not love. Yeah. That is not love at all. I write cards. I see somebody, I get attracted to them. I said, come live with me all my life. Are you sure? Are you crazy? I want to live with you all my life. Though I am definitely going to be with you forever and forever. I don't even know that. In the subtle I have been with you forever and forever and forever and forever. Never been apart. But in this individual form we have come, collided and moved away, collided and moved away, collided and moved away. We've not even known that. Does it make sense? Perhaps not. It's very interesting. Let's see. You don't have to do anything actually. Even as the essence exists in all things, as oil exists in the sesame seed, as aroma exists in flowers, the faculty of objective perception exists in the perceiver. Yatha rasaha padhartheshu yatha tailam tiladishu kusumeshu yatha modas tatha drastari drishyadihi. The whole creation is nothing but one impulse, one vibration. In the nothingness, this happened. And then followed everything. Absolute everything started happening. Without a thought, without an idea, without a direction, without want, without desires, a wanting and wanting, in the nothingness, something occurred. And we all appeared. And today, we are sitting, few of us, the result of those vibrations, thinking, how did that happen? Putting some logical reasoning to how and why did that ever happen. We see, there are knowledge given in books after books after books, and people talk about seer, the scene and the scenery, isn't it? Yes? What is the seer? And what is the scene? And what is the scenery? Question to you, my dear friend.
It's all the same.
Huh?
It's all the same.
Are you sure? You have to be very ingrained in this. Yeah. Because from now onwards, when you go back home and come back to me tomorrow and say, I'm unhappy, I'm going to give you. If that has happened in you, only the Brahman exists. Only the infinite consciousness exists. Nothing else exists. You and me can see, can feel, can smell, can do everything, yet we don't exist. We feel, we are tangible, we are real. It is very real. Our interaction is very real. Our birth is very real. Our food, our relationship, everything is very real. But we don't exist. but it's still unreal. It's completely unreal. Let us understand what is real. What is our idea of reality? Tell me. What is real?
Tangible.
Tangible?
What we think what is real is what we perceive from our five senses.
What we perceive from our five senses.
What other people confirm that we can see.
Other people confirm my reality. Okay? What
And the
else?
thought that comes to us is what we think is real.
The thought that occur in me, that which is real. Yes, what else? Look around you. You think all this is real? There are 7 billion human beings with nations, with cars, with factories, with money, with commerce, with business, with marriages, with temples and mosques and everything. Fishes, mountains, everything happening on this little rock, third rock from the sun, right? Moving around, 24,000, whatever, something around the wall of fire. What is real? What is real in that?
Happening.
Huh?
Happening. What is happening?
Sure. No, how do you define reality?
That experience in that moment.
Experience in the moment is real?
Oh,
Think about it. It can be triggered. Can it not be a Leela? Story of Leela. Those who have read it. Leela? Illusion. Can it be an illusion? Can what I see and perceive, I see something happening, right? I see 2 cars colliding and I see 2 being dying. I see a death as a happening. Is death happening? What is happening? What is real? What is reality? Tell me.
Which is not impermanent.
Very nice. Beautiful. What is real? That which is permanent. What is real? If it is real, it's going to stay. Through time, through existence, it was there, it is there, it will always be there. Aaj just Jugaad such, heavy such, Nanak Kosi such. It was there. Even before this being came in, it was there. It is here now. Even when this being exists, it will continue to be there. That which is permanent, that is real. Make sense? So then what is our existence? It is so unreal. We base all our life, our faith, our feelings, our emotions, our relationship on that which is not permanent. What are we doing? We look for the essence of love in the presence, the physical presence of somebody, and the absence of somebody brings us pain. Isn't it? What are we doing? Our idea of love directed towards somebody, our idea of action, work, our idea of hunger, longing, many other feeling and emotion is only subjective or objective. I don't know, sometimes subjective, sometimes objective. Does it make sense? We are only perceiving. Something somewhere here is perceiving something. And we make the object of perception as reality. This is very real because I have experienced it. It's like you start one day, when we were children, if you were a writer, somebody who's a writer, it's very interesting to see how people used to write in the earlier times or used to write poems. We buy a book, take a pen, 2 objects. The mind starts putting out some poems, something to write upon. Page after page, after the year we have 30, 40 compiled. Now that book becomes very real, very important. If that books get lost, oh my God. You understand what I'm saying? You know, all the, we get this silly computer, bring it home, empty memory. Then we start putting in memories in it. Tak, 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 tak. After 1 year or 2 years, we think everything that is important to us, it's in there. It's very real that it's in there. If it goes crazy, a virus comes, it kills, we go crazy too. Since the time that we have started to understand this world and we start earning. What is earning? We are basically securing our future. Earning something, making some so-called money, putting in some bank. What if something happens to the bank? People commit suicide, when their businesses go to bank, they go bankrupt. Haven't you heard it enough? You are the one who created it. You are the one who put it in it. And now, that becomes more important than you. If something happens to this life has no meaning. What? That which we create becomes more important. A sculptor makes a nice Ganesha or Jesus or whatever. We put it in a temple or some place and we start putting flowers on it every day. And that idol becomes more important. We bathe it as if it's real. We feed it as if it's real. And we put a curtain. The Lord is sleeping right now. Lord God consciousness is sleeping. It's like in your dream we create a world. In the dream state we create a world, a city, a reality. When we come out of the dream, when we are in the wakeful state, we still feel the emotions and feelings of the dream world. How many of us are experiencing that? We continue to feel the same. Coming awake, waking up from that dream world, we still experience the same feeling and emotion. It is interesting. That which was not real gave us a real feeling. Because that understanding, the faculty we gave us, it felt so real. The same way it felt so real, this life feels so real. This life which has no meaning. This life which is so fractionary, isn't it? This life which is going to go so fast, so soon. It has no real meaning. It seems so real. As the essence is there in the oil, as the smell, as the beauty of the smell is there in the flower, the Supreme Consciousness is pervading everything, the Brahman. Everything rises in the Brahman and everything dissolves back into the same Brahman one day. Nothing but the Brahman exists. In the beginning there was Brahman, now there is Brahman, and the Brahman is what will continue to be. In that infinite consciousness, we are just bubbles, erupting and dissolving, erupting and dissolving, erupting and dissolving. The bubble thinks it is real. The bubble thinks I have a life and it has a life. The bubble thinks I am alive and it becomes alive. The bubble thinks I am a being. Oh, I am this being with this many legs. I become that being with that many legs. The bubble thinks that I can fly, I have wings. The bubble becomes a being with wings. And then the bubble dissolves again and come back again and dissolve again. But the Brahman remains the same, none changed. Distortion, free from distortion, unchanged. It remains. We are not real. Our existence is not real. This tangibility is not real. It is going to go. It is impermanent. It is not permanent. That which is permanent in you, that is the only thing worth knowing. Now that is what you go to a guru for. You don't go to a master for finding out, Guruji, what will happen to my job? You take it and go. Oh my dear Guru, my master, my friend, my Lord, what will happen to my whatever relationship? Take it and go. You had the choice of understanding the Brahman. You had the choice of experiencing the infinite. You ended up asking for something which is finite. You had the choice of picking up diamonds. You took up stones. And those stones feel diamonds. You could have gotten infinity, but you ended up with finite things. You could have found and blossomed in your own self. You could have found your own self. But you ended up with objects. That's the interesting part. Only Brahman exists. Only space exists. No matter how many times in a day you wake up in the morning, come out of the house, look at the sky, say, sky is blue. It is not blue. It is only a perception. It is infinity. It is nothing. That meaning you are giving to yourself. It is only Brahman. The blue sky is Brahman. The blue ocean is Brahman. The mountains are Brahman. The creatures are Brahman. That's the beauty. There is no separation of the Brahman and the creatures that reside in it as Brahman. We have the same quality in us, but we fail to recognize it. We fail to experience it. And that is what is called the jiva, the ego sense. The jiva. I feel I am alive. You are alive. I feel I am a man or a woman. You are a man or a woman. Only as long as you perceive that. Soon it will change. Soon those 5 elements that you call a body will disintegrate. Will go away. And even the idea and notion of I am a man or I am will go away. It is not permanent. It is not real. It is not real. It is only a leela. It is only a illusion.